Good morning.
Good morning.
I do believe that I just heard the kettle boil, Mike.
It did.
It did.
It just popped.
Mike's on tea duty. Because I've already done the tea duty once this morning. Now it's Mike's turn to be on tea duty. Okay. Sorry, Mike, but them's the breaks.
Tea breaks.
Anyone who happens to be here, please let me know if the music's okay in volume. At the minute it's just doing ocean noises though, to be fair, so maybe we should give it a minute to actually put some music on. Let's see, I am listening to lo-fi hip-hop radio to study, beats to study. There we are, it's kicked in now, so let me know. So yesterday we did Midge. And now we're going to do either Sylvia or Jove. I started doing Jove, so I guess I'll continue. I was going to work across from left to right. Not completely convinced of Jove's head spacing though, mind you. Let me just check it. I wish it was a clearer way. Feels like... Yeah. Let me see if I can adjust this just to make it... It looks like it's going to do a little bit of a jump. And I'm going to make this a little bit less of a jump. Oh my. Oh my. Do you believe I got an email? Hey Mr. Yu, hey Aline. Morning Hardick. Oh Mike.
There we go.
Genius, thank you. See, they look very similar. It's more like a head tilt, isn't it, than anything. His face is displaced. This isn't good. Look at his face. That's better. In fact, that was better where it was. I haven't a bit in between to doing it yet, so I'm gonna undo that. I moved that, but I'll redo the face move that I just did on him. There we go. Is the music too loud, or is it okay?
I'll try my headphones.
You just let me know. Okay. It's fine. Cool. Thanks, Aline.
I personally can't hear any music.
Maybe that's what Aline meant. Don't you put music on. Well, it was worth trying to draw it by eye, even if I put it in the wrong place. I think. Some practice here. we'll deal with it. So how is everyone this morning? This fine morning. It's been really nice and sunny in Dublin for the last couple of days, which has been really cool. It's nice to get outside a little bit every day.
Yeah, we
Just
managed
have a
to make
wander.
it to the Botanical Gardens at the weekend.
Yeah, we tried to go yesterday, but we went out at like 5 o'clock and it was closed.
Yep. I'm surprised, like, it closed at 5 p.m.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised too.
Which is like beautiful twilight evening walk time.
Yeah, it's like I
But-
guess I just didn't expect a garden to close that early.
Maybe I didn't look so much, but maybe it's open more on weekends.
I think it is open for like an extra hour or something. Gosh, this music is very chill. I like it a lot. My goodness gracious.
My goodness.
Every 2 minutes. Let's see. Bag! That was you, Mike.
Oh, what, my ending?
I saw you pop up my inbox. Walk cycles are really hard because they're so precise. I mean, everything is hard when you're animating though. I think since an animation I've ever done where I've been like, oh, this one's easy. I didn't think about this one at all. I'll just...
You just
Yeah, no, I can never just do that. It's always super hard. Okay.
You sounded like, I don't know, the audio for a Mario like enemy there or something.
I always try to do the ghost dying in Pac-Man. Or Pac-Man dying in Pac-Man.
Ah.
Whenever I do like a yard like that. I'm always channeling Pac-Man. Bloody Apple ID! Go away! Leave me in peace!
Aline wants to practice walk cycles now.
Yes, they're good, but they're so hard. You know, like I've been animating a little while now, and I still find them ridiculously difficult to do. You know what? I'm just gonna silence that. I mean, that's why they're fun as well, is because they're so hard. but they can be frustrating because it's so precise, you know? Like the one I did on Mitch is all the betweens now, but still tons of problems with it that I'll have to sort out if I clean it up. You know, trying to get everything even on both sides, unless of course you don't want it even and have a limp or something.
I tend to find that I accidentally limp my characters all the time.
Yeah, that's okay though, because in your case it's just a matter of checking that you had the same amount of frames on each side, you know. It's frustrating when you had the same amount of frames but if the spacing that's slightly off between various elements, like maybe they go down slightly more on one side than the other, or just slightly more twist on one side than the other. Trying to identify those problems and fix them can be pretty hard, for me at least. Terrible time placement.
I'm a drawn owl.
You're going to draw an owl?
Yeah.
Is it a cat owl? Is it a cowl?
Cowl. It's not what it was, the squirrel owl. I think I'm going to try and mix it between a horned owl, because I like that they have the little ears.
Remember that form follows function though. You should design your animal primarily around what it's meant to do. So he's designing creatures for a comic book he's making.
Yep.
He has to deal with me trying to give him advice all day. Yeah, Eileen though. It's tough putting personality in a walk because first you have to worry about the character's personality. Just overall, what kind of person are they? What kind of walk would they have? And then you have to think about what mood they're in on that particular day or in that particular moment. That's going to affect the walk. Then you have to think about external environmental things, you know, whether it's cold or whether it's windy, whether it's too hot. Then you have to worry about who they're with and what their relationship is with that character. Would they walk differently with their parents than with their school friends, you know? It's difficult to think all those things all the time.
Yeah, that's when animating becomes acting.
Yeah, a combination of all those things, I guess, is what makes acting. Okay. So I'm going to adjust that foot frame a bit.
Aline says, "What? Stop, I never thought about all this."
Well, admittedly, I didn't think about all this either when doing this walk, Aline, so I think you're okay. But I thought about some of it. I suppose if you think about what's most relevant, like you might not have to think of everything every time. Sometimes it saves your brain a bit just to be like, okay, so it's super windy right now in the animation. They're like literally inside a storm. So I should do them bracing against the wind. But maybe every other time it's not really worth thinking about that much. But that's an example. Oh my god, Rachel, hi!
Also, Daniel, hey, how's it going, man?
Oh, Daniel's here too. Awesome.
I saw some of your additional animation for the pale cat when you booped the thing.
Yeah, Mike showed me yesterday. That's looking so sweet. It looks awesome. You're doing such a good job. We should link that in the chat again. For anyone who hasn't seen it. Rachel's right. Animation art is hard no matter how you look at it. How are you doing, Rachel? You good? Are you still at Nick at the minute? And if so, how is that? And if not, how was that? I haven't touched base with you since like a while ago. I haven't got to speak to you properly since Rome.
You mean CTN, right?
Oh yeah, I get those two kind of muddled because we're primarily hanging out with the same bunch of people at both. Oh, that's so cool, Rachel. How's it going? Daniel, you're totally welcome. Like, it looks so great. Like, we were excited just to see it coloured, and then we saw there was more animation. We were like, more?
Or
Are you planning to do some more animation too, or is that like the final part that you were planning to do? This is a bad foot. This is not where his foot should be.
oh, awesome.
Yes! That's awesome.
For those seeing this later, Rachel, her internship at Nickelodeon is, or Nicktoons, or I don't know, is coming to a close, but they've offered her a full-time position on the same show she'd be working on. That's
You must be
really
doing
cool.
an awesome job, huh? Yeah, isn't it awesome? No word from Ross on the next iMonthly.
No, but he did like your tweet.
What, the tweet for this morning?
Yeah.
Oh wow, cool! Yay! I geek out a little bit every time Ross likes anything that I've put up. That's so cool. Animation idols. I was just thinking yesterday, I'm on a project at the minute with some artists that I really, really admire, and like seeing the standard of work, which is kind of far above my own, like it's so inspirational, you know. Being on those kind of projects really pushed me to become a better artist. I think that's how it works for a lot of people. Is being around people who inspire you really pushes you to make your own stuff better. Speaking of which, like, we should try and fix this terribleness that's going on. This is what comes of like not really concentrating on your work when you're doing it. So this here, please. And this. Give me some onion skin. Okay, so in fact we're going to adjust this a little bit too. This is going to be like this. You know, when you go on autopilot and then you look back and you're like, what did I do? What is this?
Yeah, I know that
Shoddy.
feeling.
Shoddy workmanship.
Except it's not usually my voice, it's just you over my shoulder going, what is this?
What is this? What are you doing? Michael. You do better than that, Michael. I don't do that. I do question him a lot though. But that's not because I don't think your work's good, it's just because I like talking to you.
Uh-huh.
Well, it gives me an excuse to make conversation with you. If I don't ask you a question, you don't respond. It's like, has he heard me? Michael? Maybe I should take the hint.
No.
Very half-hearted no. No! Don't do that. Please keep talking to me and asking me inane questions all the time, dear.
Oh, inane. There's a big word.
Thank you. Okay, so new, but also at least the foot's working a little bit better, even if other things aren't. I will get this right, or I'll die trying. No mercy. Okay, foot. It's just you and me. Stop being in pain. I find spacing very difficult though. I think that's one of my weakest things, is spacing. I think that's why my in-betweens often make animations worse instead of making them better.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So do you fall into the trap of putting them halfway between unintentionally?
I don't know if I do that. I think I'm just not intentional enough about my spacing for it to be meaningful. It ends up diluting the animation rather than concentrating it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this shall I give you a straight leg and then make it bend. So it's always going to have a slight bend because it's Jove. That pant leg is going to drag. Maybe this would not rotate so quickly as well. I will drink the lovely tea that Mike has so kindly got for me in a second. What are you laughing at? It's really nice of you to get me tea.
Oh.
What's everyone up to today? Do you guys have plans? You got any work that you're getting on with? Now, come on. My Wacom stopped working for a sec.
I think I need to listen to music in the back of my head.
I have music on. Although I suppose you'd have to also listen to me speaking.
I told you that I couldn't hear music on your thing.
Oh, that's not my fault.
Ooh. Rachel is working on she's pecking away at an original script that she's writing.
That's awesome, dude. personal project. I saw that the Academy's been putting up more Storyteller Summit content.
Cool.
They shared it the other day. I was going to listen to that at some point. I haven't listened to it yet though.
Sounds good. Oh yeah.
That's really cool. It's very inspiring being surrounded by such like passionate, artistic, just motivated people. Did you listen to the first part, Kimberly? Because I didn't listen to that either. I'm wondering whether it's good. I mean, I know it'll be good, but on the scale of Oakley Academy, is it good or is it like one of the best? Because Chris seemed very proud of it when he was talking about it. It reminds me too, I've still got to reply to an email that they sent me, just about feedback. No, I haven't either. I think there was a long lull where there weren't any new lessons going up. So I stopped checking as often, stopped listening as often. But now it's like they've started putting more stuff up again. Okay, this is going to require onion skin for this bit. Did I really decide that I was going to go all the way over there with the arm?
Trust in the past, India.
Past India was only doing this like 2 minutes ago though. I'm not sure that I trust her entirely. I'm going to make this align more with the in-betweens. I've like completely thinned his wrist out on other frames as well, so I should fix that. His wrist isn't that thin.
Keep your volumes consistent.
I thought you were talking about my audio volume then.
No.
Yes, no, you're very right.
I learn things by sitting next to you every day.
Really? Did you learn that from me?
No.
I didn't think so.
I studied animation before you were born.
You must have been very young.
I was a couple of months old. Oh wow, okay.
Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. OBS disconnected is what happened. I don't know why. How mysterious. So, I've done his crotch too high. There we are. Fix that.
They censored Mike.
I wonder if it was during what you were saying.
Maybe.
You're not allowed to talk. Not on my stream.
He's back! I wonder how long we were out for.
Not very long, I don't think. I think it told me as soon as it disconnected. So I think it was like 10 seconds or something. Okie dokie. Is that? No, that's not convincing. need you to convincingly put weight on that foot. And this is the frame to do it.
10 seconds, but it felt like an eternity.
Oh, Rachel. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
The sense of gods.
I really enjoy hanging out with you guys in the morning. It's so cool. Oh my! It's very tired. So these folds, I liked them, but now they're too high up. And now they don't make sense. Okay, that's like his shirt is reacting a bit more now. It's not perfect, but that's okay. We can settle for it not needing to be perfect right now. This is the part where me not having put the foot in on this frame actually matters, because I'm meant to be in betweening to it. Let me see. Where does it look like it should be? That doesn't help. Let me make the loop a bit longer. Oh look, that's great. If I cut off the cycle early, he's got a total limp. Okay. Maybe something like this. I see it without him limping, so I could tell. Maybe I want it slightly up. Like this. Okay, right, we'll go with that for now. You can always adjust it. It's never annoying too. And that's never annoying too as well. At least this one has a direct in between. It's a halfway house that I can do, so I'll do that.
What was that?
Did you see it?
Flash?
Huh?
Did you see that flash?
Yeah, what was that?
Maybe someone opened a window or something.
Maybe. Our room just flashed like blinding white. I think aliens or something.
You think aliens?
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. I thought maybe I just caught the reflection of something, but you saw it too.
I did.
I'm gonna have some tea.
Only some of it.
Ah, thank you, Mike. Okay. I'm between these. So his head's just going straight open up a bit. Give me a benchmark I can hear. somewhere up there, high above the sky. In betweens they fly, between the keys, the breakdowns, in betweens, flying around. Flying around. Flying around. Okay, so that's kind of roughly where stuff is. Where is the nose in the previous frame? Way over there, okay. Way away. So this is roughly where things are going to be. I got on a bit of an arc on the head there, which I'm happy with. I think that's important right now to get this motion looking right. Hi Hardick, you finished watching The Flash? Oh.
Ouch.
Might need to tilt a little bit here. Maybe not quite that much, but yeah. So the chin suddenly gets longer on the next frame, so I should make sure that I'm in between that.
Oh, little squirrel, what you doing? You gonna eat some dudes?
Eat some dudes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh no.
So asleep. So asleep.
No.
I'm tired of being sleepy all the time.
You're tired of being sleepy?
I'm tired of being sleepy.
It's a great quote there.
It's not that everyone says that. It's just true. I'm just tired of being sleepy all the time.
Tired of being sleepy all the time.
sleeps, dream.
If a chance to sleep, to dream, I will wander beneath the beam.
It's very beautiful, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's a syndrome where people stay sleepy, lazy, fatigued all the time. You call my girlfriend lazy? Bitch, I'll slap you.
I think that syndrome might be called life.
Ah, yes, you have been diagnosed. Diagnosed.
Is that
Wow.
what you're going to say when you become a doctor?
Yeah, you.
I'm diagnosing you.
I am diagnosing you, yeah. You have been diagnosed with a case of life. There is no cure, and it will eventually pass. But so are you.
Look at this. This is what happens when I try to do it with one hand and I can't put it between frames. Stupid eye.
You need a cushion for your elbow.
I need an elbow pad.
You need a cushion.
The cushion won't fit on my desk, dude. I've tried it. It makes things very awkward.
You have an elbow pad.
I don't. It's hard. And my desk is like made of plastic. So because it's hard plastic, my desk is plastic, my elbow ends up sliding around. I need a padded one.
Like one that's got a rubber tip?
Or just a fabric tip. Just something that's not going to slip around if it's on a plastic desk. I don't have much desk space so to put a cushion on. This is my plan. Elbow pad.
I could get double-sided tape and put it to the outside of your hard plastic one, and then it would stick.
Yeah, I guess you could. So feel free to do that if you like.
Okay.
I will try it. Oh, look at this eyeball, it's ridiculous. Okay. Let's just do that eyeball again. Eyeball. There we go. That's better. Oh, I think Rachel headed to bed.
Oh.
Sorry if we missed you, Rachel, but have a good night. Okay, so this elbow isn't going to completely straight in between here. Well, I guess it might a little bit, because the leg is going down even though the foot's going up. Okay. Let's see. We'll just see. Right, you all like this. Oh, why is it cold? Hey, Crazy Fry. How's it going?
Crazy Fry. Hello.
Crazy Fry.
I don't believe we have met before, Crazy Fry, and if we have, I'm sorry.
This is Mike, by the way. I'm not just very good at voices.
Happy Hump Day, India.
Aw, thank you, Michael. Happy Hump Day, Crazy Fry. Let's go and hump some things.
Sure.
Alright, I'm wearing my humping pants.
Your pants have Mickey Mouse on them.
They're my humping pants.
Okay, sure.
Haha!
Too good. Too good.
Let's do it like they did in the 1950s. Oh, it flashed again. I think, oh, what is this? Who's flashing?
Maybe it's like a car going by hitting the windows and then the windows all flash.
I like the way that Hardik has quoted me, 2K17. It makes this year sound much more badass than it is. Yo, 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 in the 20Ks! Although that would be 20,000. We're not quite that far along yet, I guess. 24 karat magic. Oh, it's Bryony! I always knew you were a crazy fry, Bryony.
Oh. Crazy.
That is crazy. I am very surprised. Since I turned my phone to silent, the emails just stopped coming.
Or your phone is silent.
Well, it's next to me, it's on. So when I glance at the chat, I can see the phone as well. But I guarantee if I turn that thing off silent, I'll suddenly get like 3 messages. All of them junk, but it's going to happen. Okay. So that's roughly in between. So now I have it in between either side to put in. Oh, I got a stretch. Oh god. Yeah. Ugh. Ah, there is a strange silence today, huh? It's very quiet.
What was very quiet?
Well, I think both the fact that this is a very chill stream at the minute and the fact that a lot of people who are normally here don't seem to be around today.
Yeah.
Lonely stream.
Lonely? It's so lonely. I'm over here. Hello.
I'm sorry to hear that you have to head to work soon. But I hope you have a really good day. Whereabouts are you working, Bryony? Ooh, Elaine.
Elaine's like, lies.
Elaine, I didn't see you come in.
Where's my apple?
Hello, Elaine. Elaine, keeping it real. She brought us a basket of fruit. I love fruit. Fruit is better than fruit. Let it be known. Also, Michael's very quiet today. I promise I haven't murdered him.
I'm alive. I'm currently skim reading through the Discord from last night and being quietly disturbed.
How come? If you're going to be quietly disturbed on a live stream, at least tell us what you're quietly disturbed about.
They're talking about lizard love repeatedly for a good 2 hours.
It's the purest form of love. Oh, Elaine, don't worry. I was only joking. Of course, you're perfectly fine to have your own lives and not have to attend every stream. This is fine. Hey, Savio. Hardy says there are tons of things you don't want to see. Hey, Michael.
Yes?
It's like being on a delay with you.
What are you saying?
Nothing. I was just seeing if you were like still around.
Oh right, you just said, hey Michael. I was like, beep,
No answer.
beep, beep. Yes. It's Savio. You made it.
What's up, what's up, what's up? How are you doing, Savio? Ooh, cloth cat animation. That's awesome, Barney. I hope it's fun, the work. Yes. Savio is goody. It's good to know.
Gonna be doing part-time at 2 companies in a month's time, so see how that goes. One is a cloth cat animation. Like a cat made of cloth. Sounds cool. Pillow cat. We should get a pillow cat.
We should get any kind of cat. We move around too much though to really justify getting pets.
Which pet would you prefer most? A cat? A hedgehog? A turtle? Or is it ferrets you like?
I love ferrets.
Ferret.
A cat.
Yeah, a cat is fine. Get a dog, damn it.
Never.
Says Hardik. No, I'm already a dog.
Sorry, sis, did I miss the good stuff? Yes, all the amazing, incredible stuff happened off camera, I guess. And the live stream is just the dregs of what's left over. I wish I could get away with just like being like, oh, all the good stuff was off the air, you just missed it, that's all. But I'm afraid this is as good as it gets. It's just very quiet today.
Quiet today, quiet today. They're doing a free cell action course soon.
Ooh. That's cool. Haha, Savio says that they can make it noisy. Make it noisy, Savio, make it noisy. Yeah. You did spell it right. The cat has decided you are worth her attention.
Which cat?
The cloth cat. The giant cloth cat.
Yee.
I'm gonna have to deal with this tie. I'm gonna put a note to myself. Deal with the tie. I'll do it when I've done the rest of the animation though. So I can see the entire movement before I start trying to fix it. Oh, Lane has a real cat.
Ah.
So sweet. I'm also interested in what their name is.
Kitty, 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 kitty. That's
Helga. Big ass Maine Coon. Yeah. That's a beautiful type of cat though.
Maine Coons, yes. Savio is a cat.
This is true. I think personally I prefer cats because with dogs, not only do they require a lot more maintenance, but like you kind of have to keep them indoors and you have to take them for walks when you want them to be able to get fresh air. And to me, I always felt kind of mean about the fact that it couldn't go outside unless I was there all the time and it was on a lead or I let it out. Whereas I like that cats are kind of free animals, you know, they can go out whenever they want, wander around whenever they want. It made me feel better as a person to have a cat that can go outside whenever it feels like it rather than having to be sort of tied to me. It's nice too that you kind of have to earn their companionship, and when you've earned it,
you have to earn a dog as well.
But,
yeah.
No, but I mean, dogs are very excitable all the time. Cats get excitable once you've earned like their respect enough for them to feel comfortable around you. It feels more like a two-way relationship, I guess. What, do you just let your dog out? Because I never see dogs just wandering around by themselves.
Well, you sometimes do.
I don't think I ever have. Maybe I have and I've forgotten. I like the thought though that the animal is kind of free to do what it wants, but it chooses to stay with you. Low maintenance thing is definitely a bonus as well. I had a hamster once. That didn't work out so well.
Did it not?
No, I mean the hamster was fine, it's just like I don't feel like the hamster ever really got to know me. Like,
don't you know me?
We never really bonded or anything. So, like, it was never that tame to pick up or anything.
No. I had hamsters, but never really worked out.
Aye, but Hardy, you can walk along with a cat too if you want to. There's a couple of cats around here, even though we're not meant to have pets. A couple of the apartments seem to have them. Don't know how they got around it. Oh, that's really sweet. Savia's aunt's alone and she has a dog. And she talks to it. That's really nice. Dogs are good listeners. This is true, cats don't tend to listen to you too much.
I like the companionship of cats a bunch. Because they're like, they just wander through like a badass and you're like, hey cat, and it's like, huh. And you're like, okay.
So what kind of dog do you have, Hardick? Tell us about your dog. A Labrador. Oh, that's adorable.
A Labrador.
Is it a he or a she? Oh, he. He's going to have his first birthday next month. Oh, that's adorable.
You're gonna get him a present.
The present is love. He's so lovely and funny. Aww.
I wish to steal all of the dogs that's laying and hide them in a hole.
You should send us a picture of him, Hardick, in the Discord so we can all see what he looks like. Sounds lovely. It'd be really nice to have an animal companion.
Woof.
Ooh, you'd said them before. Send them again. Send them again. He's sleeping in all his pictures because he looks away whenever you point a camera at him while he's awake.
Camera shy dog.
Oh, Savio got one who the dad got from the beach because he was alone.
Oh.
That's adorable too. Rescue dogs.
See, I told you dogs wander about on their own.
Yeah, but that one wasn't... I mean, that's a problem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they found someone. I'm glad that your dad got them Savio, sorry. Poor dog. Is he all happy now? Your dog sounds super smart, Hardik. Apparently Hardik's dog knows the names of every person in the house, every single one of his toys, every food item, every doggy friend that he meets.
Oh. Doggy friends.
That's a smart dog. What does he do when someone's sick, Hardik? Does he like snuggle up to them to make them feel better? Oh, Savio almost cried when they left the dog with the aunt.
Oh.
But she sounds so happy with the dog. To have someone to talk to, that's really cool. It's like you found a dog in need and both the aunt and the dog aren't lonely and have each other to talk to, which is really nice. It's like the happiest ending you could have.
Yeah.
Hardik says he likes them and he shows less energy around them so he doesn't accidentally hurt them.
Heard that's people who are feeling sick.
Hmm?
The dog realizes when people are ill or sick and stuff, and it calms down around them and shows love and affection.
Oh, that's what I just said.
I know. I was just adding to the context of why the dog does that.
Oh, I thought we were already talking about it, sorry. Hello, Renee! Renee.
I love the fact she's still a mod. Like, first time I'm up late enough to see the morning stream. Mod.
The cavalry's here.
And our key cursor.
Okay. So that's going to be a keyframe in between. So that's another one which is going to be straight in between, so I can do this one. Let's get this in the in-between! In-between!
Let's bring up the energy. Yeah! Wavy hands.
Oh, I don't want to force it. So sleepy.
Renee is working on an illustration of 11 from Stranger Things, and it's going pretty good. And her hands started to get sore though, which is not so good. Oh, it's intense drawing. And there's a picture of a cat that I can see, that I can go and look at. I'm gonna go look at a picture of Helga, Helga the cat.
Cool.
Oh, that is a good cat.
Well done, cat.
It's a beautiful cat.
Let me see if I can bring it up. Oh. And Hardix also posted a picture of his dog.
Dog.
I never asked what the dog's name was. Majestic Helga. What's your dog's name? She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at her, she's just like, what?
Blep blep.
Yeah, what? Oh, it's so cute. Max, good name. Love it. Dog is a cat person, yeah. We are both cat people. Although we like dogs too.
Does it surprise you to know that I'm a cat person?
Renee, I'm a cat person too.
I've been bitten by a dog.
If we're lame, we're both lame. Cat people unite! It's okay though, Hardick is a dog person, so he balances out the stream.
Elaine is a rodent person.
What kind of rodent is your favourite rodent, Elaine? I like ferrets.
Guinea pigs and rats. Is Elaine's favourite.
painting? Please, we'd love that.
And you can super link it in the chat because you got your span off the wall.
I'm looking at Renene's painting.
Oh, she's got all the snacks. I like it.
So also, is that how you normally paint Renene? Like you do just a silhouette first and then fill it in?
It's interesting, but at least you know, like, values wise where you're meant to be looking.
I don't know if that's a value thing though, dude.
No, I know, but as long as 11's, you know, values remain darker than those around her, she'll still pop.
Mm-hmm.
She did a silhouette for suspense. I see.
Don't put us in suspense, Renene. You know we can't handle it.
But she's working on the shading in black and white. Yeah, nice.
That's interesting. I always found that really difficult to do. But I was never a great digital painter myself. But I think I saw a couple of people working in black and white shading first. So I tried to do it myself without really knowing how, I guess. And once I had it in black and white, I found it very hard to add the colour. Like I would try to lasso and then hue saturation to the colour I wanted, but without there being like different colours in the shadows and the highlights, you know, like blues in the shadows and yellows in the highlights and such. It ended up feeling very flat.
Yeah.
How do you get around that?
Recently I've been experimenting with using the, what's it called? Gradient map? Let me see.
Renee says it's tricky, you have to know the right tricks in Photoshop.
Yeah, if you apply a gradient map over it, you can sort of specify where you want the lights and darks to trend to across the gradient. So say you want warm shadows and cool lights, you can do it that way. But you could also, rather than starting strictly from black and white, you could try and make it monochromatically, like a warm umber or brown or something.
Thanks for showing us, Renee. Renee said she only uses a sketch lifting technique.
I'm not familiar.
What is this?
What is sketch lifting?
I do like 20 sketch lifts a day. Keeps me in shape. I'm increasing to 10 pieces of paper tomorrow.
10 pieces?
Hardcore.
What are you at currently? What's your reps?
3.
3 pieces of paper?
Uh-huh.
I see. That's a good joke. It's a funny joke.
Funny joke. Well, you know they used to be trees.
So they inherit the power.
It's essentially like I'm lifting some part of a tree. Oh, that sounds pretty interesting, Mike. You should check this.
Basically grabs all the lights from your painting and turns it invisible, allowing you to colour all the black with browns, reds, blues, purples, whatevers.
That sounds like it would be useful for comic colouring.
Artist from the artist KNKL. Cool. Hey, Indian dog. I like that I'm dog and you're India. Lols. Can I ask some questions about freelancing here, or do you prefer it in the Discord? Or that I swallow my questions and forever bury them in the dark?
Ask him.
Yeah, we'll ask. You're free to ask.
We'll do our best.
We'll answer what we can.
Maybe other people in the chat will have some answers as well. I forgot about my tea. I'm gonna drink some once I finish this frame.
Elena's asking, I was curious, do you charge clients by the hour or an overall project fee? Does this vary in things like animation versus storyboards versus illustration? The payment question. Huh. You want to field this one?
Okay, let me see. To be honest, often it's dictated by the client. Like with the storyboard work that I'm doing at the minute, I get paid per board that I do. With the animation, I think I'm being paid for the number of seconds I complete.
So that's like a quantity of the work kind of measurement. Yeah.
When people inquire with me as to how I would like to charge them, I guess it depends on what I think will work best for the project. For example, if they wanted some storyboards, I'd probably charge them for the storyboard, but I would calculate how much to charge for the storyboard by calculating how much time the storyboard would take me.
Yeah, so if you're aiming for like a daily rate or even an hourly rate.
Like knowing that helps you calculate how much the projects are worth to you. So the way that I work out how much to charge per day or per month is simply to say, okay, I live in my own flat and I buy my own food and I pay bills and tax. and I travel into town occasionally to buy things, and I have to calculate like food and stuff. So what I do is I calculate how much does it cost me to live every month, like what is the base minimum that I need to live on every month, and then I add 100 or 200 to that for things like medical emergencies, art supplies, friends' birthdays, coffees, anything like that. And that's my figure of how much I need a month to kind of exist. That's the minimum. So then I can calculate my how much I need per hour or per day from that, because once I know how much I need a month, I know how much I need a week, and I know how much I need then a day, and then I know how much I need an hour. So if people ever do want the hourly rate, I can give it to them. The kind of time that I do an hourly rate is often when I break down how much I'm going to charge someone for them by telling them where I've got the numbers from. Or if I was going to be hired by a studio or something to work a certain number of hours a week, you know, if I was hired to do part-time work or something, then I would say to them, I can work 3 days a week, that's this much a day.
Yeah.
For like a full day's worth of work. So this is how much I'm going to invoice you per month or per however long the project lasts for. When people are asking you to complete a project though, it's often simpler just to say, okay, well I estimate this project is going to take me a month to complete, which means it's going to cost this much because this is how much I need to live. So if you don't pay me this, I can't make my rent.
Yeah. In things like comics as well, I find that it tends to be like a page rate as well, so it's kind of quantifying it in chunks of work.
Well, it's quantifying in time, isn't it? Like if you know how long it's going to take you to do a page, you have a page rate. With comics though, there's also the fact that you have to kind of know what other people charge for pages to make sure you're in the same kind of ballpark.
Yeah.
Because if you're a lot more expensive or a lot cheaper than other people, then they're going to start asking why.
Yeah.
Either you'll be taken advantage of, or they'll wonder why you're charging so much. Yeah, Renee's right. Back in the olden days, they used to charge per foot. Per foot of footage.
I guess that's why it's called footage.
Maybe.
Film footage. That must be.
I don't know. I mean, animators were the only people charged per foot, and I suspect it was called footage before animation was a thing.
It's from film. It's a film term.
Yeah. But I mean, being charged per footage is an animator thing.
Okay.
Like, being charged per foot. I don't think filmmakers used to make money per foot of film. Maybe they did. But as far as I know, it was only animators who measured things in feet. If someone knows the answer, let us know.
If you're trying to negotiate a price, then know what figure you're gonna walk away from. Like if it's too low, and don't be afraid so much of letting someone know that they're under, like they're lowballing you.
I think that's one of the problems, isn't it, though? It's like, if you're doing it for a friend, then you want to give them a nicer rate because they're your friend. Like, you feel bad charging them for something. But with friends, they often don't understand how much work is involved, or they don't understand the process. So it can often feel like you're charging a lot. Like, as artists, we perpetually feel like we're overcharging people, even when we're asking under minimum wage, because we kind of made to feel that way by the fact that we enjoy doing what we do, even though we kind of slave away at it and put everything we have into it. So it's difficult with friends because you don't want to charge them too much because they're your friends, but then often they don't understand how much it actually takes to do one of these things and how much time it takes.
So, in a way, if it's for a friend, then either give them what your usual rate is or don't do it, I guess. Because, like, if you there's the trap of friends rates where if you do it for less than what it should be worth, you're perpetuating the devaluation of what artwork needs to cover in order for you to survive on what you do. Because any art you make is taking time up and away from what you would usually be doing. Or you could set aside time outside of work hours to work on that thing, and then you get it over more of a gradual time. It's really a personal.
That's true though, guys. Like, don't undercharge, because it perpetuates the myth that art is not worth the same amount that anything else is worth, and it makes it really hard for people who are trying to charge enough to live on.
Yeah.
Because people always say, oh well, that's ridiculous, I can always just go and get a cheap piece of art from this person. We're trying to make sure that art is seen with the kind of value it does have.
Yeah.
You just gotta stay strong, keep fighting the good fight.
But yeah, India doesn't appreciate this, but like if you like have a figure in mind, quote slightly higher than it, and then there's room to negotiate. That's kind of just general negotiation tactics.
Yeah, like I'm not the best to preach, because I charge as low as I can possibly charge for projects, but people are still shocked by how much it is. But I'm literally like charging them what the minimum is for me to survive. Like, unless I move flat, then I'm not going to be able to charge them less, because that's how much it costs for me to afford rent every month. So I have to pay.
I saw a tweet from someone that was like, hi, could you draw me this? And like, oh yeah, I'll send you over a quote. And then the response is, oh, I don't have any money. And the artist is like, I don't have any money either. And then they both sad face at each other. And it's like, that's unfortunately the reality we live in.
Yeah, I mean, and even when people are shocked by how much my prices are still like pretty much minimum wage.
But yeah, people need to understand that if you're buying a piece of art that an artist has already created, like a print or something, it's a different valuation than if you're buying something that's being custom made for you, because you're not paying for the art itself, or not only the art itself, you're paying to support the creator of the art. You're helping them get by day to day, and it's gonna cost more than the cost of the materials. They're giving you experience. They're giving you their interpretation of the world. They're literally putting themselves on paper for you.
But what is minimum wage per month?
Minimum wage per month?
Yeah.
Minimum wage per month. I'll do it in Ireland since that's
where we are.
The minimum wage for an experienced adult employee in Ireland since January 2017 is €9.25 per hour.
And how much is that a month?
Working at like 40 hours a week.
Yeah, I guess working full time 5 days a week. Which artists often work more than. since we either have to push and crunch on deadlines or we're working at home so we can't get away from our work.
Yeah. But ideally, you want to be charging more than minimum wage for your art. Because what's the point in training so hard when you can just be stacking shelves and getting more?
Well, because you love it. How much is that per month?
Oh, I didn't. About 1,560.
Okay, 1,560 is minimum wage. So Jacques Carreau's saying minimum rate should be at least 15 to 20 per hour, and that's starting out.
Yeah.
So just to be completely transparent with you guys, if 1,500 to 1,600, I mean rounding up would be 1,600, is minimum wage, then I need about 2,000 a month to live. So it's just above minimum wage that I would need. But people are still shocked that art costs that much, which is, when you think about how long hours we work, is really ridiculous.
Yeah.
Given how much we put into each project and the fact that we need to be trained and have put our whole lives into this in order to become good enough to do it, and how intensive the work is. So, you know, I just think it's important, I think, not to ask for too little off people. Like, don't ask for less than you can live on. Just don't do it, because you need that money to live on. You can do what you do and do what you love, but you're not going to be able to keep doing it if you can't afford to stay where you are. The average living cost varies wildly.
Yeah, we're in Dublin, which is more expensive than...
Yeah. So, rent in Dublin is around the 1,000 to the 1,700 mark, generally, for an okay place, per month. When I was living in England, I lived in one place which was $350 per month, and that was perfectly nice, but I was living in Stoke, which is the cheapest place to live in England, and the place itself isn't that nice, whereas London prices are much closer to that of Dublin, even more expensive maybe. So it really varies wildly depending on which region you're in or which city you're in.
Yeah. But then you have to balance out with the concentration of work opportunity and colleague locality. Like, if you live out in the boonies, you're not going to be surrounded by opportunities as much, or like peers as much as you will if you're where the industry is.
Yeah, in the city.
I mean, there's also Kilkenny, which is like way out. Not way out, it's like a couple hours outside of Dublin.
And that's cheaper to live in.
Yeah.
But it does have fewer animation studios.
Yeah.
It's got some good ones though. Cartoon Saloon, Lighthouse.
Jacaro is an aspiring animator from Dublin. Do you get much freelance work from Irish clients, or mainly just online worldwide stuff?
I get some freelance work from Irish clients because I know people here, and I know people who are working in companies here, so when they need something, I'm kind of on their radar as being someone they know. So like, that's the power of knowing people and having connections and stuff.
Yeah.
Where you live, which is important. I do tend to get more offers for freelance from people online though, just because that's where everyone's portfolios are now, so I kind of get more worldwide people. But I have been getting a fair amount of stuff from Dublin at the minute simply because I have a friend who's doing projects and wants help who lives in Dublin as well.
But yeah, the best way to get work is make work and put it out there.
Yeah. 100%. Keep making cool stuff.
See you later, Renee.
See you, Renee. Oh, another thing that I can't stress enough, like, not that I'm, again, want to give advice, but I learned this and it's really helped me out, so maybe it'll help some other people out, is don't do work that you're not passionate about. Like, don't do work just for a show reel, or because you think that's what a company wants. Because if you do that, people will hire you to do the same thing again, or they will see it on your show reel and ask you to do it, or the client will recommend you for having done it. Like, the point is, you'll be asked by others to do the same work that you've been doing so far. They will see your work and say, oh, I want that for this. So don't work on things that you don't enjoy doing, because all it's going to do is give you more of those types of jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when you're just starting out and, you know, graduating from college or whatever, then you tend to be like, oh, I need to get a job, and therefore I need to show that I'm capable of doing the things that you've seen companies do or projects do or things. But I think there's something really valuable about working on a project and collaborating on something and then making something together and finishing it. Like, I think that goes a long way to showing how capable you are. Like, showreels, which are a bunch of technical exercises or like showing that you're learning the stuff, is okay. But if you can kind of say a short animation or maybe a game demo, if you're wanting to work in games or whatever, put that down as front of someone, it's going to speak more volumes to what you're capable of.
It just means when you get hired, you're going to get hired to do what you love doing.
Yeah, show passion. Like, my route out of college, because it's the only one I've experienced, was before I went to the university I found that there was a competition that ran every summer in the UK called Dare to be Digital, which was a 9 to 10 week program where a team of 5 would make a game demo over that summer. And that was one of the motivations for me to go to the university. I did was, oh, they're the one that hosts this, I'll go there and enter that competition. So that was my goal, that was my horizon. And after I got in, and after completing that competition, it was through that really the work opportunities for me started to come up. Was people saw my work during that competition. Like, one of my teammates got hired 6 weeks into the competition because they saw the work he was doing on that. And then I got a couple interviews from working on that. So if you can find opportunities like that where you're maybe game jams or, you know, animation collaborations that are happening online now are really cool. If you can participate in those and put those in your show reel, I think those will go a long way.
Hardik is asking, are the studios willing to pay fairly to their artists, or do they undervalue their work? Let's say Boulder, since India's worked there. I can't say anything explicitly about Boulder, like for obvious reasons, I can't like tell you about their ethics in terms of paying, but I will tell you of my experience in general, having worked at a couple of different places. And I'd say there's this weird thing that goes around with artists where they're afraid to ask other artists how much they're paid, because it's seen as kind of rude, I guess, to ask someone else how much their pay is. But it's totally worth doing, because there's a few places and some experiences I've had, and I'm not going to say where they're from, where I found out that other artists have been being paid either a fair amount more or a fair amount less than I have. Because the studio knew that they could get away with doing that because the artists don't talk to each other about the pay. So, like a friend of mine was being paid much less than I was, and someone else I knew was being paid much more than I was, and you know, in both instances we said you should go and talk to, you know, the managerial department about it and get them to either, you know, to up your pay, because it's not really fair when we're all doing the same job that some people are getting paid a significant amount more than others. So just be aware that that can happen. I really think it's worth fostering an environment where people feel open enough to talk about their pay with one another, because I think that's how companies can take advantage, is artists are kind of scared to bring up the subject of pay with one another. But don't be, like, have an open, friendly community where you all feel comfortable, like, talking about the down and dirty about work with each other.
If you trust one another.
Yeah, if you trust one another. But it's important to have that trust so you guys can look out for one another and make sure that you're all getting a fair deal. Other than that, I've had a few experiences with student companies or companies that kind of grab students from universities. Beware people hiring students. People will hire students and tell them that they're going to pay them later, or they'll pay them when the project makes money, or they're getting good experience so they don't need pay. Beware of these people taking advantage of you, because a company like that took advantage of me when I first left university, and they set back my career a huge amount, both in terms of my self-confidence and in terms of my not being able to get out there and do other work because I was with these guys. And they didn't pay me, like, not until I, you know, had to, like, basically blackmail them into it by saying I was going to go if they didn't. Which isn't really blackmail, it's just the law. But like, I couldn't afford rent or anything, I was going into my savings. They told me that I wouldn't find work anywhere else, so I was too scared to leave. It was just a bad deal. I mean, they were just looking for cheap workers they wouldn't have to pay. But be careful of companies like that, because it can get you into a bad place mentally.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth it. Value yourself. I know it's hard. I know that it's scary, and that we don't know how good our work is, and that we don't feel good enough. But letting people convince you that's true is a bad road to go down, for sure.
Elaine says she always requires a half payment up front and a late fee cancellation policy in her contracts.
That's pretty good.
That's smart.
Yeah, good job.
I had a work gig where I got paid half up front and then it ended abruptly, and it was strange, but I was kind of glad that that I'd been paid the half up front, because then the time I'd already invested wasn't, like, just blown out of the water. So yeah, that's a really smart approach. I hadn't thought of actually explicitly stating late fees or cancellation stuff in the contract itself, but that makes super sense. Because if you set aside time and carved out a block of time to work on a particular job, and then that falls through, then you probably, if you've got work coming in, shifted other stuff either side, or you've had to say, look, I'm too busy.
and had to turn stuff down that you would otherwise have been happy to take. Also worth having is clients often want changes to what you've sent in. So it's worth having a limited number of changes that they can make. So I've often heard the term rounds of changes, and that's like you send in your roughs and they get a round of changes, and then you send in your cleans and they get a round of changes, and it just ensures that they know that they can make tweaks but only a limited amount. If they want to make more than that, then it costs extra for the time that you have to put into making those things.
Elaine says, I had a job that didn't pay me for 3 months after the project ended, but every month they were late. I charged an extra 7% to the bill. Never had a late payment after that.
That's awesome. Elaine, you're so savvy. That's very smart. Just for anyone who is watching this stream later and can't see the chat, we've got similar horror stories being echoed by several people about people being kind of screwed on payment. So it's not just us, be careful guys, you know. Freelancing is stressful, heartache, but it's a lot of fun that we get to do the thing that we're passionate about doing. It just means that we have to look out for ourselves as well.
It's funny, Elaine is the one that was asking us about freelance, but she's telling us all these things she does about contracts and things. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool, yeah.
Yeah, Elaine, you're doing it better than we are.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. My experience with freelancing has mostly been directly for companies, a day rate sort of thing, so I've not done that much. I've done I managed to get a portrait gift for someone from going to a comic convention. They were just like, I like your art, can you make me a picture? He didn't say that, he was really cool, he was dressed as Judge Dredd and was like, hi, can you draw a picture for my wife? And I was like, yeah I can. Sorry, I should clarify that. That was a fun project.
Also, we got Beans subscribed. Thank you, Beans.
Yay!
I love Beans.
Beans.
I love Beans. Beans are the best. Don't worry, Savio, you'll come to understand it. I didn't understand anything either until I had to start doing it. You don't really get taught this stuff. They should teach it, but...
Yeah, they should teach it at high school level.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of us here, though, just learned from having those experiences. But you can always ask any of us in the Discord group anyway, feel free to if you're ever worried about anything. But don't worry about not knowing all this stuff now. Oh, that's horrible. Jacko said he's heard stories of people sending off work, getting told to make revisions, working on it for ages, accidentally sending the original one back, and having the client say it's perfect. That must be so frustrating.
Yeah, fucking the placebo effect. Hi, can you change this? Yeah, what do you think of this now? Oh, that's great.
Sometimes when people know they can make changes, they just feel like they should, because that's them showing their knowledge, and it's them contributing to the work.
Yeah.
It's them saying, oh, well, I think it'd be better if it was green.
What was it? It was Brian McDonald that said, not changing something is a creative decision too.
Yeah. 100%.
That is a contribution. Seeing that the work is appropriate and choosing not to change it is a decision too.
Mm-hmm.
But people want to feel like they've made a... yeah, it's weird.
Shira. Is that you, Shira? I'm assuming it is because you're Shira Hedgie. Is that Joanna?
Hello?
Is it my animation bud?
Is it you I'm looking for?
Da 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 da. Hardik, if the client wants to change something but you think it's better if the change was not made, you can kind of advise them, you can tell them why you think it's better the other way, but you have to make the change in the end because they're paying you to make what they want made. So even if you don't think they're right about it, you still have to do it. Because that's what they're paying you for.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Joanna!
Yay!
Hey dude, that's so cool! You're here! Yay! It's so cool to see you on YouTube.
I think it shows a quality of client when you reach the point where they don't try to force through things that you advise against. Like they're not paying you to do the work, they're also paying you for your experience. Or they should be. They should realise that. Like,
yeah.
If you need to get in a professional to do a job, like, you wouldn't sit over a plumber's shoulder and just be like, are you sure you want to be doing that? And them having to explain to them. Like, yeah.
But then, at the same time, there are going to be times when clients push and know exactly what they want.
Yeah.
Like, there will be times when you just don't get it, but the client knows.
Yeah, if they have a strong vision, yeah.
You know, in the end, they get the final call.
I had one client where they were telling me to do something and I'm like looking at it going, you're breaking colour theory. Here it is, and then it was just sort of like, no, do it. And I'm like, okay.
Sometimes it's appropriate to break colour theory though.
Yeah.
It all depends on the project. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the times the artist is going to be the person who knows what looks visually better because that's what they do. But in the end, it's always a client.
Apparently our voices are super cute.
Really? Oh, that's cool. Good. Good.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
Oh, I'm sorry if the video's a bit weird. YouTube's telling me it's all buffery.
Jakara's like, I don't know. Some plumbers shaft you every time.
This is true.
I don't think the one that we get, like the landlord gets around here, is the best.
Oh, right, okay.
So, yeah.
One thing is, there are things that artists do too. Like, we could complain about clients, and we will. But there are things which artists do too, which are not very good. So there are things that you should definitely avoid doing when you're working with someone. One of the most annoying things you can do is commit yourself to a project and then just not touch base with them until it's done. Like, don't go dark on them. If they're giving you something to do, make sure you check in with them regularly and show them updates. Don't just disappear, and especially don't disappear and ignore them trying to contact you.
Yeah.
If you think you're not going to get something done in time, tell them that you're having trouble with it. Because you don't want to be known, and they will tell people. Like, if you've started doing something for them and then been unreliable and haven't done it, they're going to tell everyone. Because they'll be upset, they'll be telling their friends, you know, I got an artist to try and work on this with me and they just haven't contacted me. And that's your reputation, you know, that's people hiring you in the future on the line there.
Yeah. It's often better that if there's a struggle that they know about it rather than being like quiet.
Yeah, Shira, I'm so excited to work on something with you. I really, really hope it happens. That'd be amazing. I guess since Shira hasn't been on the stream before, I should say Shira is an incredible artist. And she also animates. She animates in 3D, but she animates in 2D as well. She's got no confidence in it, but it's amazing. Trust me. She has no reason to have no confidence. You should check out her stuff. We should link her Twitter account. Let me see if I can. But she's an incredible artist. Really, like, so good. Anyone who knows me knows that I love Sonic, and No one draws Sonic like Shira draws Sonic. Her animations are like pretty stellar. Let's see. I will find you. There we go. You guys ready? I'm dropping a hot link. There you go. Hot link.
Get it while it's hot. Shira's just like, lol, stop.
I'd love to work on a project with Shira, but unfortunately it's kind of dependent on whether the project gets funding, so I've just got my fingers crossed that they have enough budget to get an animator on board.
Has that started their campaign yet, or is it still in the works?
No.
Okay.
I think they're going to let me know when it starts to campaign, because I will be backing it for sure, but animation is a stretch goal. So I really, really, really want it to happen. We'll see. The project is super cool and exciting, but I can't say anything about it. You guys should just watch this space, because I'll be sharing the heck out of it when it happens. It's like a dream project.
Dreams are what you make them.
That's beautiful, Doig.
You're welcome. Arr, arr, arr.
It's so beautiful. Follow, 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 follow. Everyone should follow. Follow Shira. Follow her home.
No, do not follow Shira home. No, disclaimer. Doig disclaimer. Don't listen to India. Her advice is wrong.
Follow,
No.
follow, 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 follow. Ah, Shira, I hope so. I hope that that I can do something which will convince people to fund the animation. Please fund the animation. I want to work on this project. I want them to be able to hire me.
You got a 10-second thing to do.
Oh, Shira, you will totally be able to join me on it. I know you will. Like, I'm kind of counting on it since you're setting the style for all the characters. Well, I said to them that I would do a 10-second thing just because I wanted to, and it might help, like, the campaign. Like, they can use it in the campaign and everything.
What? I was saying not to follow you home. Oh.
No, I wasn't saying not to follow you. I was saying don't follow you home because I was telling people they should stalk you. Which you all should, by the way. Oh!
Sorry.
Goodness gracious, Doig.
I was trying to protect you from I don't know, our viewers are pretty trustworthy.
You're just insulting everyone today, aren't you?
Yeah.
We are all the best. We are collectively the best. You should just face it. With our powers combined. See ya, Hardick. Sometimes I wish I could like combine all the animators together into one big uber animator. I like thinking about how good that person would be. They would be so good at it though, it would be incredible.
You don't mean like physical mass sort of thing, you mean like
skill.
Transcendent kind of like Dragon Ball fusion rather than inside fusion.
I guess, like I wouldn't mind them physically combining as well. I just want to see what would happen if you got everyone's skills and put them all in one person. Like, that would be an incredible animator.
See you, Savio. Smiley face. Hey Doig, Swifty, since how long do you know each other?
4 years. I think 4 years. Ish. Sakura. I'm a gas dog. We've known each other for at least 2 streams. Didn't that mean anything? Oh, you have the actual date.
Yeah.
Oh. We met online.
Facebook.
Yes. Basically, I saw a really cool piece of art that he'd done. And I was like, this is a really cool piece of art. I'm going to follow the artist. So I followed him. And then I think he saw that I'd followed him and followed me back. And then I think you messaged... No, you didn't message me. I messaged you. Because I was working on an indie game with some friends. And I was like, you know who would be great to do some concept paintings? This guy I just found the other day. We should hire him. So we hired him to work on the game with us. And I had to kind of be the boss, but I was really bad at being the boss. Because I was too friendly, and we just became friends chatting back and forth for working together like that. And then eventually we decided that we should meet, because we should just hang out, and we completely hit it off, and it was awesome. And that is how.
We're a couple, by the way, if you don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we live together. Where is this heel going? From here to here. So I want it like here.
Yeah, like one of the early Facebook interactions was, I think India had drawn a picture of herself or someone else eating cake, and she'd drawn...
That wasn't my picture. You keep saying it's mine. That was...
Oh, okay.
That was not my picture.
Right, okay.
That was the picture that was done for me for my birthday by someone else.
Okay, someone drew a picture of India and put the thumbs on backwards then.
It's my favourite thing about the picture.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I completely misunderstand for...
I think I've told you this multiple times though.
Okay. Well, I remembered the date.
I do sometimes put people's hands on backwards though. This is a thing that I do. I don't really want it to be eating as much there. I should move the spacing closer. Up here instead. Wait, Elaine, why are you saying no?
I think Elaine is saying no, really? To
Oh.
me saying that, oh, we're a couple, by the way.
Stupid dog.
Baka!
Stupid dog. Go away. I can hear you. Ah! Creeping up behind me. Ah, no. I can't take sarcasm in text form. I can't tell.
Do not compute. Yeah, I yesterday I went through and put the kettle on to make tea.
Catalan.
Kettle on. And then as it was boiling, I was like, oh, I'll just kind of...
You just lie.
I'll just lie down and stretch for a second, like...
Stretch. Yeah.
I was
You were
stretching.
just in bed.
I was stretching.
Stretching vertically.
And then I kind of heard like a chair getting pulled back, and then, you know, tottering feet.
Tottering.
And I just like opened my eyes, and like India's above me, just like standing, looming down at me.
Looming?
Yeah. You're like, what you doing? And I was like, I was just waiting for the cat, and then she kicked me.
Look, he sounds so abusive. I beat him up.
You thwart him up in hands.
Sorry?
Oh, it's the Team 4 Star Vegeta quote where he's just like, hey, what you doing? Nothing. You thwart my plans? No. Are you? Yay! Followers. So yeah, there is the story of how India kicked me
Yes,
and how we met.
that too.
But yeah, I recently moved into a new flat, and I was like, sorry, yeah, I got a new flat, and I was joking with India that she should be my flatmate way back then as well.
Your flat was really cool. It had a crawl space. I used to sit in there and read books.
Yeah. My attic flat had a room, like it had an attic room that was like, you had to like climb on top of the fridge and then up on top of a ledge to get up to a walkway, and then you walked along the walkway and there was like a door that was waist high, like a square hatch, and when I looked in there was just this room that had a light in it and power supply, like power sockets, and yeah.
It was my favourite place.
What was your favourite place?
She was asking if it's okay if one day she gets us on a call. That's totally cool. We should link you to a Discord.
Yeah.
We have a Discord group.
Yeah, we have a voice thing in there.
It's Anime is an artist, and we all talk about animation basically all the time, and we give each other feedback and just post our stuff and keep each other company while we're working. So you should like get on there if you're interested. Feel free to call us anytime.
You know in nightmares and movies when you almost reach the door or something, but then it stretches farther and farther away. Yeah, I've had that.
I do, yeah.
I think Aline is in the last 10% taking the 90% of the time.
Yeah. That happens.
Yay!
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 More people! More animation, please.
You're most welcome.
Everyone's going to be like super cool that you're there, because when they see your work they're going to be like, ah! Oh my god!
It's just India.
It's not just me.
They'll be like...
It'd be amazing if I was just like everyone in there. All the usernames was just me typing to myself. Oh
no. Yeah, and they'll be like... and everyone else will be like, hey, sup? You animate? Yeah. Cool. Me too. How's it going? Frames. Making things move. Arcs.
That's not what we're like. Let's face it.
No.
Let's compose them. Mike's making a sound. Yeah, the cleanup takes the most time for me. I've been told that I do stuff too clean though. I should loosen up a bit.
Were you told that it was too clean on the last boards you did?
Yeah, like recently my director said that when he showed like kind of his boss was like, oh, these are like the cleanest boards that we have, that we've been given. You can tell her that she can loosen up a bit if she wants. I was like, I knew this would happen.
I told you all the way. I was like, wow, that's super. Are you supposed to do it super clean? And you were like, they need to show it to like another person and then sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like it's my first storyboard that I've ever done for someone else, so I was feeling insecure about it, and I didn't know how clean to do it, so I just did it like as clean as I could without going insane, which isn't that clean because I have very little patience for cleanup, but was still cleaner than probably they were used to. Good night, Daniel. Thanks for hanging out.
Night, Daniel.
Oh, yes, we should call the stream because it's like half an hour over anyway, but you know.
You got stuff to do.
I've got stuff to do. I've got more storyboards to get done. So that's going to have to happen. Yes, I continue to have no interesting mail on my phone, which is important to know. I just want to finish this frame.
Cleanup is the worst. My room's been a mess for weeks, but
Real life cleanup and frame cleanup, both bad.
So, are you studying in Dublin, Jakarta? Or are you graduated and on the prowl for work?
If you're studying, then Otla would probably be interested to talk to you, since she's umming and ahhing over which university or college to go to, and she was thinking about Irish universities and colleges.
Wow, okay.
I think she's probably more likely to go to an American one, but she was asking, so.
Okay, yeah. Chat server. There be unicorns and rainbow drinks.
Still not all in between, some in between. We'll get more in between done tomorrow. It's so weird seeing the stoppy and startiness of it, since it's not completely in between. That footfall might be a little bit soft. I might change the spacing there.
I love how rainbowing he is.
He's so rainbowing.
Is there can you put you know how you can do an adjustment layer in Photoshop?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to do that in Toon Boom, where you put it over and it just makes all the lines black? In the node network.
Let me look at the node library. You say I can convert it all to black, but what happens when I do that? You will see why there are different colours if I make this all black now. It just becomes too much of a mess to see which lines are the ones I really want.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'm graduated at the moment, doing portfolio stuff and just getting skills up, working on a small short, and have been basically delving into a few things, bits of freelance voice work and such. Google voices.
I like that there's a node that you can use called bees, and it has a picture of a bee on it, and it looks like it just adds bees to your scene.
Just
bees.
Just bees.
Just bees. Okay, well I'll call it here, and we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you guys for hanging out, and thanks for the questions from Elaine, and the answers from everyone.
Yeah. It's been cool. It was chill to begin with, and then I think I gradually woke up. The caffeine hit my bloodstream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for watching and listening and hanging and being cool people.
Yeah, you guys have an awesome day.
And may it be filled with adventure.
May your days
be filled with adventure.